Welcome back. In his address before the Libya Stabilization Conference, Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry demanded monitoring the process of driving the foreign troops out of the Libyan territories within a determined timetable. Shoukry stressed the Egyptian rejection for any foreign intervention in the Libyan affairs and expressed readiness for supporting the Libyan people. Shoukry also called for committing with the ceasefire accord and setting a disarm program for the armed groups in Libya. The minister also urged the international community to boost holding Libyan presidential elections. Earlier on Thursday, Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry met with the head of the Libyan Unity Government, Abdul Hamid Dbeiba. Shoukry held another meeting with the Libyan Foreign Minister Najla El Manqoush on means of pushing forward the efforts of reaching a political settlement for the Libyan crisis. El Manqoush has earlier said that the country and the UN had been striving to turn the page on the violence that has racked the country since 2011. Meanwhile, the top diplomat also held talks with the counterparts from France, Tunisia, Algeria and Greece within the framework of the international coordination to reach a solution for the Libyan issue. The meetings were held on the sidelines of the Shoukry participation in a conference held by the Libyan Unity Government to shore up support on the transitional issues as the country gears up for the presidential December election. The Libyan Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Dbeiba supported the holding of a national election on December the 24th as envisaged in a United Nations-backed peace plan. Speaking at the Libya Stabilization Conference concluding session in Tripoli, he said it was possible to end the lengthy crisis that has engulfed the country since the uprising in 2011. The details.
Libya was hosting an international conference Thursday aimed at resolving the country's thorniest issues ahead of general elections planned for December. Western regional and United Nations representatives met in the capital Tripoli. Several contentious issues were on the table, including maintaining the country's ceasefire, uniting the country's many armed groups under a single security body, and the withdrawal of foreign fighters. Libya has been engulfed in chaos since a NATO-backed uprising toppled long-time former President Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. He was captured and killed by an armed group 2 months later. The oil-rich country was for years split between rival governments, one based in the capital Tripoli and the other in the eastern part of the country. Each side is backed by different foreign powers and militias. After months of UN-backed negotiations, an interim government was elected in February to lead the country to presidential and parliamentary elections on December 24th. As the countdown to the poll begins, differences are emerging between Libyan rivals, putting the entire reconciliation process at risk. The attendees will discuss an initiative launched by the Libyan interim government entitled Libya Stabilization. A document detailing the initiative obtained by the press suggests the creation of an international group that will assist Libya's transitional government in resolving key issues. Regional and international help is needed to consolidate a UN-backed ceasefire, ensure withdrawal of mercenaries and foreign figures, and unify Libya's many armed groups under a single command, according to the document.
Commander of the Egyptian Navy Forces Vice Admiral Ahmed Khalid said that Egypt has a strong naval forces with high efficiency which support the naval security and stability of the region. This came during a press conference held by the Naval Forces Commander marking the 54th anniversary since the foundation of it on the 21st of October in 1967. On that day, the Israeli destroyer Eilat sank thanks to the naval forces that were the first to launch a rocket naval battle, a battle that amazed the world. The first integrated plasma collection center in Africa and the Middle East was inaugurated in the 6th of October city in cooperation between the armed forces and the Spanish company Grifols. The project aims at supporting the healthcare system in Egypt through the establishment of 20 plasma donation centers and a factory for the plasma derivatives drugs production in accordance with the latest international standards in this field. The project comes in the framework of the Armed Forces efforts to support and develop the medical system according to the latest scientific fields.